do you think you did tonight, Jamal?
I think you did amazing. I think you got the chain for a reason. 16, 7, and 5. What was your plus minus? Let me see. +9. That's elite, bro. That's elite. I'm proud of you. Good one. Your first chain of the season?
Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, elite, bro. Elite.
Do you know that you passed Scotty?
Yeah, coach just told us. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
We talked about just how you've been able to learn the personnel around you. What have the guys been able to give you that have allowed you to be so successful in that role?
Just talk to me. I've had a couple of turnovers where I'm trying to pass to JB and he'll come to me and be like, hey, I'm sliding down on that one. If you do it again, I'll be in this spot. Just little communication like that. And, it goes a long way and it helps me a lot. And it also puts them in positions to score. So, it's a lot of assists, but it's also my teammates making shots. So shout out to them.
I mean, a lot of people have said, okay, there's only just 10 more games left. But just the way that you guys were able to set the tone so early, what is it about your group that just comes out with this level of fight and professionalism every single time?
I think that we're all playing the right way. There's no egos. There's no, hey, we're losing. We don't got to take it easy. I think we're trying to prepare ourselves for next year. And I think that's the right attitude. We all have the right attitude. And I think it goes a long way with having Temp and BI and those guys over there, encouraging us and kind of coaching us too. So, our vets are really focused and it's kind of helping us stay focused.
It's still very early in your career, but are you starting to find a little bit of settle in who you want to be in this league? And if so, what is that?
That's not a prolific scorer, but, I just try to impact the games in ways that, don't really show up on the stat sheet. Charges, just help side, just communication, just things that, we need to be successful. I think the biggest thing Coach Sampson taught me at UH was how to be impactful without scoring, just impact winning all the time. So I think that's what I try to do.
Brooklyn came out there in the second quarter with an 8-0 run, kind of got the lead down to single digits, but then after that you guys kind of put an end to that, and for the rest of the game it wasn't very close. How do you think Coach prepares you guys for those runs, and how do you feel this team responds to pressure when a team comes out of the gate like that in the second quarter?
I think it's a lot to do with learning. The beginning of the season, we had stretches where, people would go on runs, teams would go on runs, and we wouldn't respond. So I think we've done a great job of learning throughout the season, and we kind of figured out how to, fight back after a run and stop their run and begin our own. So I think just learning throughout the season, we've gotten better with that.
What were you able to see in terms of just how the group came together? Obviously, Jamal passing Scotty, but then you have Jameson, who's got a career high in rebounding. What were you able to see from your side of things?
Just encouragement. Like Maul said, with BI, Temp, Quig, Yak, everybody, just encouraging us, the young guys. So, that's, as young guys, young rookies, that's what we look up to. So, just going out there every night, having, confidence and with the coaching staff. So I feel like that plays a long way with it.
I know you call you guys, what is it, the Triple J's?
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
Is there a commitment that the Triple J's make to each other each and every night to make sure that you're showing up for each other during games?
Just be with each other. If someone makes a mistake, just encourage. Because at the end of the day, we're all we got. So I feel like everyone does a good job encouraging, but I feel like, Jamal, Jacoby, funny thing is I sit between them in the locker room, so, they kind of try to bully me, but, it doesn't really happen. But, just the small stuff, kind of builds chemistry on the court and, off the court too.
You obviously know Scotty very intimately growing up with him, but have you seen this level of leadership from Scotty before, or just the way that it's evolved in time, and how is that kind of being from that vantage point of being a very close friend of his, obviously personally, but professionally seeing that play out?
For sure. I've seen it at his school, even though we didn't go to the same schools. I can see it through highlights or going to the game. Just the small stuff, because he wants it, and he wants to win. He's very competitive, and kind of goes a long way with everybody on the court. So, we build off of him. So, just having him set the tone every game. And if he doesn't set the tone, we get on to him. So just the small stuff, we can communicate with him. And, I feel like he does a good job.
What is it, do you think, that makes him want it so bad at this level?
I feel like he has a lot to prove. He wants to prove, not to everybody, but to himself, how good he is. So just trying to get to the next level, just be that guy, so don't want to take no backseat or, trying to, be one of those guys that, if he's on and off, but he wants to be that consistent guy.
When you look at how the season progressed, and you got, I think it's 9 games left now. What are you going to take with you into these 9 games, and then going into the offseason with what do you see as your game changing the most, and how do you want that to continue into your next year?
Just go every night with the same mentality. Defense, try to change the game, not with scoring, not with, or not just rebounding, but everything. Do the small things, whether it's deflections, running the floor, setting screens right, just anything to help us win. And I feel like these last 9 games, we're going to learn a lot, especially the rookies. So that's the biggest thing for us, just learning, like I said earlier, just the older guys, teaching us and just having that confidence.
And like you said, this team is kind of like that interesting mix of older and younger guys working together. When you see that and you see the fight that this group can put together, how excited does that make you moving forward?
Excited, man, because you can see the potential and everyone's willing to, put in. So if someone has an off night of scoring, someone can replace it with defensive rebounding. So I feel like we just have all the tools. And, this summer we're definitely going to put it together. And, we're just going to work and continue to, work and just be confident and over the summer.
This seemed to be the most, or very together. The group seemed to be very together coming out of the gate. What did you like just about how they started off the game with the energy that they did?
I was really happy with the energy. There is no such a thing as substitute for effort. When you play with a lot of energy, when you play for each other, when you connected like our group is, this is the outcome. You're gonna go out there and you're gonna really make it hard on the opponents. That does not guarantee that you're gonna win, but it really gives you really good chance to make it hard on the opponent. And that depending what you're doing on offense, which we did really good tonight with 3-4 assists, moving the ball, sharing it, playing together. I was really satisfied with all the guys that touched the floor today and played as a group.
There was moments out there where you could see Scotty kind of coaching the guys in game. To have that leadership show up, especially at this point in the season, how vital is that to set the tone for the rest of the locker room?
Everything that Scotty does is very important for us, and we as a team, we go as far as Scotty goes, and I'm encouraging him, and he's our leader. He sets the tone on defensive end. He sets the tone, the way he plays with ball movement, with just force, and he's constantly improving in all the aspects of his game. He's putting a lot of work in, and we see a lot of growth in his game, and that just rubs off for the rest of the team when they see him, the way he works, the way he leads, how hard he plays. That sets the tone for everybody.
And then for Orlando as well, to kind of just show off all the things that he can do. In the conversations you've had and expectations of when he was here for a while, what was he able to show for yourself on the floor tonight?
First of all, defensively, I thought that he did a really good job of protecting the rim, playing in pick and roll coverage against their guards, protecting the rim, staying in between, really plugging a lot of holes on the defensive side. He rebounded the ball really well, and he had really good connection with our guards in pick and roll, just being able to get out of the pick and roll quickly, to play in a pocket pass, and to play make from there, to finish or play make from there.
And then lastly for me, just Jamal Shed and how he's been able to learn the personnel around him. Is there something special you've seen about how he's been able to take on that role to get other guys going and to find that right timing with everyone?
It's another guy that's leader, especially leader of that group of the bench of young guys that are coming. I think he's doing an outstanding job. His understanding of the game, his growth. He's not afraid of mistake, which I think is very, very important. He also knows that he's not perfect, so he's willing to put a lot of work in and to learn from all the situations that he's in. And there is it's literally like week by week we see improvement with him, and really proud of him. He's on the right track, and he just needs to continue doing this.
Coach, there was a moment there in the third quarter during a timeout where you talking to RJ. You kind of like put your shoulder into him, and you bumped into D'Lo. But what were you talking to RJ about that? Were you trying to encourage him to be a little more physical on his drives to the rim, or could you take us into that moment a little bit?
Yeah, it's when he was driving the ball to the rim, he was easily getting to the paint. He was missing some of the layups. Just to be able to use his shoulder to create more separation, to get a better angle to finish at the rim. That was pretty much it. And he did a really good job. Start of the game tonight, I was really impressed. First quarter, he was playing like Manu Ginobili, finding guys and playmaking and making right decisions on defensive end and being disruptive. He played a great game for tonight.
To that point, do you feel like in this year RJ's kind of had to step up and learn these other facets of the game, and also learn to be like a vocal leader on the court? I saw after he got fouled, he kind of took a moment to let the emotion out and yell out into the crowd. Do you like what you're seeing from him in terms of that growth?
Absolutely. There is a lot of growth in his game, his voice, his defensive presence, his playmaking, his shooting. Like he's playing really, really good season for us. Really proud of his development. And another guy that really plays with a lot of pride, with a lot of energy for the Toronto Raptors, and he represents our team the best way we can.
Hey, it's JYD. Thanks for watching the Raptors YouTube channel. Check out our latest videos and subscribe for more.
Taken away by the Raps on the run. Finch to JYD. Beautiful pass. Chuck, one of the things I'm noticing about this start.